Hello guys, in today's tutorial I'm gonna show you how to create a passport size photo from an ordinary photo in Adobe Photoshop like this. First open your Adobe Photoshop, go to open and pull in a photo that you wanna convert into a passport size photo. So here I'm gonna insert this photo into Adobe Photoshop, which needs to be turned into a passport size image. Simply click on this lock icon and unlock the layer and press Ctrl J from your keyboard to duplicate it. The second layer, which I'm gonna turn off, is a backup layer. God forbid, if we are gonna make a mistake, we have the backup to correct our mistakes. If you look at the picture, you can see the model in this picture is tilted a bit towards right. So first we need to make him stand upright. First, select the photo, go to edit and click on transform and choose this option rotate. Now as soon as you go out of the picture, you can see this curved arrow. This shows the rotate tool is enabled right now. So simply press right mouse button and tilt it so that it looks upright like this. When you are satisfied, simply leave and now click on this commit sign and there we go. Let me zoom in the photo. Now the second step is to apply a camera raw filter. Go to filter option and click on camera raw filter. Now over here you can see we have some basic color corrections. Let me increase the temperature a little bit, increase the tint as well, and similarly you can tweak exposure, contrast. Let's put in contrast of 5, highlight of 2 is enough. Let me increase the black content. Dehaze needs to be at least 7 and vibrance and saturation are perfect, and rest of these details are simply optional. If you want, you can check them out, but the image that we are working on doesn't need any more correction. So simply click on OK and there we are. Now that is the difference between the image that we had pulled into Adobe Photoshop and the one that we have just made some corrections into. Since it is a large portrait size photo, we need to crop it to fit our requirement. For that, go over here into crop tool and choose these dimensions 1.38 to 1.77 and simply drag it like this, bring it down. Now click on this commit sign and there we go. Make sure that photo is in center and symmetric. Next, we need to remove the background of the photo. For that, click on this object selection tool and simply bring the cursor onto the top of the image and you can see the AI behind Adobe Photoshop has detected the image. Simply click over it. You can see the selection is not perfect and it hasn't included this part of the image into photo. For that, you can come right over here and add this lower area into your selection. So we can simply drag it like this and include this part into our selection. And there we go. Now click on select and mask. Now this red area is the masked area. If you want to see how perfectly this unwanted area has been masked, you can come right over here into view mode and click on black and white and you can see only all that redundant part has been masked. Let's get back to overlay again. Let me zoom it a little bit by pressing Z key from keyboard. If you think some of the area in your image hasn't been selected perfectly, you can simply click on this tool, that is brush tool, and hover around the area which needs to be included into your image. For this particular image, everything is perfect. For all practical purposes, a photo like this doesn't need to be worked upon too much. Now pull this slider down and click on decontaminate colors like this, and output to simply choose this option new layer with a layer mask. Now click on OK and there we go. You can see the background has been removed perfectly. Now we need to give this particular image a formal look by bringing a photo of a dress coat and adding that to this particular image. So let me go to File, Open. This is the photo of the dress coat that needs to be put on to this image. Simply hold the right mouse button and drag it onto the image like this. You can see the image has white background over here. This needs to be removed. For that, you can simply come over here and choose this magic wand tool. Now click on this white area and it has selected only the white part. Simply press delete from your keyboard and it's gone. Now press Ctrl D to deselect. Now before proceeding further, we need to give a background to this particular photo. For that, come right over here into adjustment layer and click on solid color, and from here you can give it a color. Let me choose this particular color, click on OK, and let me bring it down over here. So now it would be easier for us to fix this dress code to the image. Hold it, move it up, and try to fix it like this. Simply be as careful as you can so that there aren't any discrepancies in the final photo. And I think this looks good enough now. Now simply click on this commit sign, and there we are. Now this white part needs to be removed. For that, simply come onto the top of this first layer, click on this magic wand tool, and simply click on this white area and press delete from your keyboard, and it's gone. Control D to deselect. Now our image looks perfect now. So simply click on this first layer, hold the shift key, and click on this layer which is third from the bottom, and right click and click on merge layers. Now all the layers have been merged into one. Now let's give a border to this particular photo so that it would be easier for us to cut it on when printed. For that, simply come right over here into this rectangular tool and draw a rectangle around the photo like this. Into the properties and click on fill, no fill. Let's give it a stroke white color right from here, and this needs to be of just 1 pixel. Perfect. Now simply merge these two layers, Control E, and there we are. Our photo is perfect. If you click on the photo, you can see there is a border extending beyond the photo. This would create problems later on when you save it as a PNG, JPEG, or PST. In order to fix it, simply click on this crop tool and press enter. Commit, and there you go. Now if you click on the picture, you don't see any border around it. If you want to save it simply as one image, then you can come right over here into the file and export it as a quick PNG. Mostly it is PNG or JPEG that is required for most purposes. So simply click on export as PNG, and you can simply save it anywhere. Let's give it a name and save it. And if you want to create multiple copies of this particular photo, then simply go right over here into edit, click on define a pattern, and let's give it a name. Click on OK, and let me create a new canvas for multiple photos. So click on file, new, and let's put in the dimensions of 1200 to 800, and let's give it a resolution of 200, and make sure pixel per inch is turned on, and click create. Since we have already defined a pattern, so let's put that pattern onto the canvas. Go into this adjustment layer, click on pattern, and click on this little arrow, and down at the bottom you can see we have our image as a pattern. Now it depends on how many photos do you require. You can simply increase or decrease the size right from here. You can see we can create as many photos as we want. I'm going to create only 8 photos, so I would simply put in a scale of 75. Click on OK, and there you go. Our photos are ready, and now you can simply go to file, click on save as a copy, and save it on your computer as a PST file. You can also export it as a PNG, JPEG, and SVG file right from here as well. Since this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going into its detail. And that's it for today's video. I hope you have found this tutorial useful. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.